Good morning, student. Till now we have seen the 4 part of Introduction to Chemistry, and this is our part 5 video. Okay. Earlier we are learning about the food preservation, how the food and chemistry are related, how chemistry is helping in our food. So we have learnt a lot many process. I'll show you once again. So we have learned all these things, right? These are the many of them are the old process, right? Now we are following these methods also. Apart from that, new method is also being used in the food preservation. Okay. We are using different chemicals like sodium benzoate and benzoic acid, sodium benzoate and benzoic acid for the food preservation to reduce. Why we are using? Earlier I have discussed lot many things about it. Once again I am repeating, to reduce spoilage or to stop spoilage, to stop damaging the food. Okay. So we have learned how the food and chemistry are related. Now the next topic which we will deal in this video is how it is related in agriculture, how chemistry has helped us in agriculture, how chemistry has helped us in cosmetics. Then we will learn about how chemistry has helped in clothing and how chemistry has helped in medicines. So one by one we will learn about these different 4 topics about agriculture, then cosmetics, then clothing, then medicine. Okay, so let's discuss first about agriculture. Chemistry in agriculture. Okay, so chemistry has helped a lot in agriculture. How it has helped? Because of using fertilizer, manure, our food production, our production is increased. That chemical has made our soil fertile. It has made our soil fertile, so we can grow many fruits, many vegetables, and many grains which we are using, which we are growing earlier in comparison to that. Apart from that, we are also using pesticides, insecticides. Which pesticides, insecticides helped us in killing the insects, pests which damage our crops, and we are getting a huge amount of production from our land. Different, not only that, in this way, many way, like cutting machines is there, threshing machine is there, winnowing is also done by the machines. So these all the things is given by the chemistry which is being implemented in agriculture. Many more things we can discuss, but I think it's more than enough that how chemistry is helping in agriculture. Next, chemistry is helping cosmetics. Now cosmetics, what is cosmetics? So everybody, if I'm not wrong, then I must say you, whether whoever is a person, he wants to look good, he wants to look smart. So what is cosmetic actually? Cosmetics is actually used to beautify the body, to make our body beautiful, to look smart. Okay, so there also we are using lot many chemicals like stearic acid, Caranova wax. Now you will ask, ma'am, why we are using it? We are using it in our cosmetics, even in the nail polish, face powder, lipstick. We are using these chemicals. Many more are there. So I have written only 2, stearic acid and Caranova wax. In moisturizer, what do you mean by moisturizer? Which you apply in the winter season. In the apply so that when your skin is dry, should not be, water loss will not be there. Water should contain there and should look moisturizer. So we are using, everybody is using moisturizer. There what we use beeswax. We use beeswax, olive oil, glycerin and petroleum jelly. That is also given by the chemistry. Apart from that, next we use, many people use sunscreen. What is sunscreen? Sunscreen is used when we go outside in the sun. When sun exposure is there, to that body part we apply the sunscreen, so that the sun rays, the sun ultraviolet rays should not damage our skin. So there also we are using chemical. That chemical name is titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide. Then we are also using in the soaps, shampoos, shaving creams. So that is categorized in foaming cosmetics. Foaming, which gives leather, which gives foam. So that is foaming cosmetics. There also the chemical is used. That chemical is sodium lauryl sulfate. Sodium lauryl sulfate. Okay. We are also using talcum powder. After applying all the creams and all, after that we apply talcum powder. I don't need to explain much about talcum powder, right? I think you are a bit aware about talcum powder. So talcum powder, we use magnesium carbonate and zinc oxide. These chemicals are used. Magnesium carbonate and zinc oxide. Okay. So in this way we have learnt how chemistry is helping in agriculture. Then we have also learned how chemistry is related with cosmetics. Now come to the point, how chemistry helps in clothing. Nowadays a variety of clothes are there. A different variety of clothes are there. Earlier we are totally dependent upon the plant fiber, that is cotton, animal fiber. Also we are using, afterward we have started using, that is wool and silk. We are using, but that is not enough. Our population is increasing, our needs are increasing. So the plant fiber, the animal fiber, what is plant fiber? Which we get from plant. So that is plant fiber. Which we get from animals. So that is animal fiber. So plant fiber is, one example is cotton. Animal fiber is wool and silk. Okay. So earlier we are using plant fiber, animal fiber, right? But later on we realized that these plant fiber and animal fiber is not sufficient. It cannot fulfill our demand. So there also chemistry has given his involvement. And synthetic fiber, also known as man-made fiber, means synthetic fiber is prepared by man. So synthetic fiber, we have developed synthetic fiber, and lot many like nylon, terylene, rayon, so many different types of clothes are coming in man-made fiber, or you can say synthetic fiber. Then we have also done semi-synthetic fiber. What is semi-synthetic fiber? As a name specify, semi. Semi means half. So synthetic means man-made, and semi-synthetic fiber means here we will use natural fiber also. Natural, which we getting from nature. So plant fiber and animal fiber. And also we will use synthetic fiber, that is man-made fiber. So semi-synthetic fiber. And many clothes came in the market. Many different varieties came in the market. That is, one is terracotta, then terylene, then cotton. It's all is given in your book. I am explaining it. Please go through your book once. Okay, and underline the points whichever I am discussing. So till now we have learnt how chemistry has helped in food, then agriculture, then cosmetics, then clothings. The next is about medicines. How chemistry has helped in medicines. Earlier, what we depend upon? We totally depend upon the curing of disease in the natural way, in an Ayurvedic way. But later on, we have developed a different way of using chemicals, and we have got lot many medicines which help us in curing the disease. You do one thing, whichever medicines you are having in your home, please turn it both the sides. You will see there is composition written. In a composition you will get how many, like cough syrup you are having, any cough syrup or any syrup you are having or tablets you are having. Please see from the back side, or if it is a bottle, then turn the sides and see where it is written what is the manufacturing date, what is expiring date, what is the composition. So all these things is given by the chemistry. Chemistry is there in the medicine also. Okay, student? Thank you.